Hey guys, Eva here, and on this quick video I wanted to share with you an easy way, a free way for you to start capturing your customers and your prospects' phone numbers completely, like I said, completely free and completely touchless. You're going to need three pieces here. You're going to need a QR code generator, a form builder. In this case I'm using JotForm, and a graphic design platform like Canva. So what we want to do is we want to get started building our form. So what we want to do is we're going to go to JotForm, select create form, start from scratch, and we want to go with the classic form builder. You want to make this as easy as possible for your customers and for your prospects to decide whether or not they want to even give you their information, right? So we're going to add a couple of elements here. You want to add their name, phone number. If you'd like, you can add the email, and then we're going to go to widgets. And we're going to go and search for terms, and we're going to add that here as well. So let's go one by one and go into the settings of each one of our fields. This is not going to be required, but this looks good. Phone number. So this is the important one. This one is required. And the email, this one is not required, so we can leave that one as is as well. So the only required field so far is the phone number. But now we're going to get into the getting permission part, right? Because what we want to do is we don't want to spam customers. We don't want to spam people. You want to get their permission. So what you need is a double opt-in. Now, a lot of people might say to you, well, you don't really need a double opt-in. They requested the information. You have proof that you've gotten the permission, which you will by the end of this video. You will have proof. So you don't necessarily need that double opt-in step, which we will get into on the follow-up video. You don't need this step, the double opt-in, I mean. If you use this step, if you add a terms and conditions or a confirmation option for them to agree to what they're signing up for, right? So here if you go into the settings, in this case, if your website already has a terms and conditions page that addresses SMS marketing or SMS communications, then you would just add this URL right here. But what you want to do is, and if that's the case, that's why it's in brackets. So the brackets tell JotForm that this is something that you want to add a link to. In this case, because we're trying to be crafty and do this with $0 out of pocket, what you want to do here is you can say here, I agree to your business sending me marketing messages regarding members only specials and deals, right? So that gives you the permission to do so. They understand what they're getting into. You can even go as far as putting on here, SMS rates may apply, but that's where the double opt-in comes in as well. And we'll get into more details about SMS marketing again in a follow-up video. But in this case, if you would like to, I understand that messaging rates may apply. All right, just because that way you're being completely transparent, and they're agreeing to your terms. So your form so far on the front end is built, and if you hit the preview button, we'll see what that form looks like. Okay, so here is your form here. Let's go back, and you can see how it would look like on a tablet and also on the mobile device. All right, so let's get out of the preview. And now we want to get into the settings of the actual form itself. So thank you page. Here you can either show a thank you page that pretty much says, thank you for joining our list. And then here you can say, we just sent you a special deal as a thank you gift, right? So as a thank you gift, something to that effect, so you can get them to engage with you in communication. Or if you have an external page, you can put that here as well. Remember that you can completely brand, although the JotForm logo will appear, you can completely brand this form. So you can give this form your name, the name of the form, join our SMS VIP list, And then as a member, you get access to specials and, you know, be first to know of new products. Okay, and you can add your logo right here, as you can see. So you can completely brand it. We went into the settings, we addressed the thank you page, and then emails. You can get notified by default, it already tells you. And then the logic, there's nothing to do here at the moment. This is just a very simple form. You'll also, if you download the app, you'll also get notification on your mobile device anytime somebody actually joins your list. So now that we're done, we're going to publish the form. It automatically is published. And again, you can preview it here. So let's do that one more time. All right. So here's your form, completely mobile friendly. It looks great, nice and clean. All right, so now we're in the Flowcode website, which is where we're going to build our QR code that customers are able to scan with their smartphones. So what we need to do here is we're going to create a code. We can name this code so that we know which one, in case you have multiple. We're going to do SMS VIP list, and you want to tell Flowcode where is this code going to send people. As you can see here, you have many options to choose from. In this case, we want it to go to a website. Now, don't let this confuse you. By website, they just mean a URL, so it doesn't have to be your website. Here, what you want to do is you want to paste the link, that link that we shared or that we viewed, the public link to the form. So you want to come back to your Jot form page, and you want to find the form. To see your forms, you would just click on all forms. In this case, I have only one. And then you want to hover over more. You want to click on settings, and then under settings is where you're going to get that share link again. If you got out of it, you want to copy it, and then you want to go ahead and you want to paste it. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything happening here, but this code, once it's scanned, will send people to your form. And here's where you can get fancy. If you'd like, you can design it to look the way you want it to look. For the sake of this video, we're going to go ahead and do this, make it green, and maybe choose something like this. Okay, you can actually upload your logo here if you'd like. You don't necessarily have to do that because this QR code, we're going to do something else with it in a minute. So once that's done, you want to save your design. And again, maybe you should go ahead and name it SMS VIP list. Create my flow code. So let's just give this a minute so that it saves. There. All right. So now what we want to do is, instead of just sharing this short link to our QR code, what you want to do is you actually want to download the actual image of this flow code, or QR code in this case. So we want to go ahead and download, and for the sake of this video, let's just go ahead and keep it as a PNG. Make the background transparent, and that's it. You've created your first QR code that you'll use to start to capture people opting into your list. So now that we have that established, the next step is to create a visual aid to get your customers and your prospects, either coming into your store or restaurant, to want to opt in. So let's go ahead and take care of that now. So now that we've created the QR code and we've downloaded the file, we have it ready to go now. The next step is to create, like I said, a visual aid of some sort to prompt your customer to be aware of the fact that you are offering special members only incentives if they join your SMS list, right? So in this case, I'm going to use Adobe Spark, but you can use something like Google Drive Docs or Office to create your flyer as well. So you don't need anything fancy to get this done. Okay, and alrighty, that's done. we want to make the text smaller. It just seems to be a little bit too big. So let's go ahead and do this. And we're going to ungroup it because I actually want to take this icon and not use that. And I also want to change the font here. Where's the font that I like to use? Okay. And I also don't want it to be italic, so let's make sure that that's just regular. There we go. So join our SMS list, and now we're going to add more text. Now here is where we want to add why should they join your SMS list, right? What's the incentive for them to want to join? So in this case, let's just do something that obviously it's just an idea, right? So we're going to say get free coffee every day. Right, we're gonna add that here. All right, let's just make sure that it's centered. Get free coffee every day. And then what we want to do is we're gonna say scan the code below with your mobile device to join. That to be how that looks like, and we of course want it to be smaller, but maybe not that small. Easy to read. And now we're going to add our QR code that we created and downloaded. So we want to upload a photo. All right, and as you can see here, there's your QR code. You can leave it that big. Right? Maybe put this up here somewhere. And change the font. Maybe make it stand out a little bit more. Right? This just slightly smaller. Let's just use this one. And we want to make sure that it's not obstructed in any way, or else it won't scan properly. And I'm going to place this here, draw their attention to the offer. And there you have it. Your flyer for growing your list is pretty much done. So I'm going to show you what this looks like once I download it first. So let me just download it as a PDF. All right, so here's the flyer that you created, and we're scanning it here with our phone. You see the drop down that pops up when you scan a QR code, shows up in the top of your screen. You click on that link and it takes you immediately to your sign up form, and here your customer can either provide their name or just their email address and phone number, or just their phone number. Remember, we only made the phone number a required field, as well as the terms and conditions portion, and that's it. It takes you right to the thank you page. And that is that simple.